This is Bull Island, a UNESCO Biosphere within Dublin City. Formed in the 1820s after the construction of the Bull Wall, it is a unique wildlife haven of international importance. Bull Island is a place for us to unwind, where children play, puppies take their first walks, and national champions train. This is the story of the island over a year. The months of spring are vibrant on Bull Island. Winter is receding and the dunes are coming back to life. Some of the earliest risers are rabbits, and these dunes provide the perfect habitat for them to feed and play. Their fur provides ideal camouflage amongst the grasses, and all you can see as they run are flashes of their cotton white tails. Spring is here, and as the rest of the island wakes up, love is in the air. Although not everyone is keen. Some of the first babies on the island can be found in the water. The marshy bits of the dunes are perfect habitat for frogs. The grasses here not only provide food, but also shelter. At low tide, the island's largest residents can be found hauled up at the bottom of the beach on the sands. Both common and grey seals haul up after hours of fishing for a well-earned rest. Some of these common seals are heavily pregnant, so getting comfortable can be a bit of a struggle. They need their rest, as they are due to give birth in less than a month. Seals are awkward and vulnerable on land, and they are easily disturbed, so they keep a careful watch out, some from behind the safety of others. At the slightest sign of danger or a threat, they make for the safety of the water, where they feel more secure. At the height of summer, the dunes are in full bloom. The flora of Bull Island represent half of the total number of species recorded in County Dublin. As the island's insects busy themselves amongst the flowers, it is a time of plenty. There are rare gems hidden amongst the grasses, like spotted, common, and pyramidal orchids, as well as this beautiful marsh helleborine. But it's not just delicate flowers that can be found in the grasses. Bull Island is home to one of Ireland's rarest moths, the white satin moth, found in only one other location in the whole of Ireland. The marram grasses are also a vital resource for some of the island's babies. These skylark chicks are well hidden in this grassy tuft. Both parents look after their small broods, and they can be seen flitting about the grasses looking for insects. The locations of their ground nests are kept secret, with a series of runs and false landings to protect their vulnerable young. These grassy territories are vigorously defended by the adults. But fights are settled through music notes rather than violence. The larks, however, are not the only parents that make this island home. The resources here have resulted in common and roseate terns fishing here over the summer, and they are definitely some of the island's noisiest visitors. Terns haven't nested here in a number of years due to disturbances. But just up north, on the shores of County Louth, sandwich and little terns can be seen mating and nesting. Like the larks, terns are ground nesting, and they make scrapes in the shingles. These are fiercely defended. The terns share these shingles with ringed plovers. These little birds nest on Bull Island. Their tiny eggs are perfectly camouflaged to look like small pebbles. But this remarkable adaptation is sadly their downfall, as they are easily trodden on. There is a slow change between summer and autumn on the island. Bright clusters of ragwort and yellowhammer can still be seen clinging on from the summer. But this yellow is soon replaced by the rich purples of devil's bit scabious and knapweed. Autumn is a time for preparation, and in the dunes there is a sense of hurry as the island's insects busy themselves feeding amongst the flowers. These little autumn flowers are vital for insects, like this meadow brown butterfly and this beautiful tortoiseshell. But it's not just the flowers of the devil's bit scabious that are important. Their stems are just as vital. silken tents of marsh fritillary caterpillars can be found at the bottom of Devil's Bit scabious, and it is in these that the caterpillars will overwinter. There is a hushed silence over the island towards the end of autumn, but it can be a good time to spot one of these rarities. This is the common lizard. They hadn't been recorded on the island for over 20 years, and this one was found scurrying amongst the grasses in September. Over the water, some summer visitors can still be seen wheeling above the waves. Gannets that nest nearby on Ireland's Eye fish and raise their chicks often until late October, before returning to sea. Back on the island, the herring gull chicks are almost fully grown. The tidal waters along the causeway are ideal for bathing and feeding. Somewhat clumsily. Every day, the godwit numbers increase as they arrive from Iceland. They are some of our first winter visitors here. It's winter, and cold winds buffet the island. The tumbling waves are a perfect getaway, and windsurfing and kite surfing are popular sports here. Faithful friends watch from the shore, patiently waiting for the winds to die down. There is also a notable change amongst the marshes and mudflats along the causeway. Over the winter months, they are home to over 30,000 birds. They are perfect feeding grounds for both residents and weary visitors. Some from as far away as Canada. These weary Brent geese have travelled hundreds of kilometres to get here, and sometimes arrive in small groups, like this one on a winter's morning. Over their lifetimes, these Brent geese can fly over 200,000 kilometres, and every day their numbers grow. They can be seen feeding along other visitors, like these pintail. The geese will feed and rest here for a few months before returning back to the high Arctic. But the birds aren't the only ones to take advantage of the daily ebb and flow of water. The straits at the end of the island act as a bottleneck, and at the turn of the tide, seals can be seen fishing and playing here. There is no doubt that this island is a national treasure. It's not only important for wildlife, but for us too. It truly is the heart of wild Dublin.